How's it going, ladies and gents? I know it's been about a week and a half since I put a video up, and I gotta tell you, last week was probably one of the most boring weeks I've ever spent in the car business. And on this channel, I try to make everything positive, and I try to, just have that positive mindset and always know that good times are around the corner and stuff like that. And last week, it just got to me. It was just one of those things that we don't have a lot of cars to sell. We definitely don't have the cars that people want. Customers coming in looking for Tahoe, Suburban, the Chevy Bolt, Traverse, and we were sold out and have been sold out. So, there's not too much positive things to talk about, I guess, at the dealership at the moment. And for that reason, I really didn't create any content about it. If I did, it probably would have looked like this. I was just talking to a woman that was here for service earlier, and she's like, we're kind of talking about the situation and what's going on, and she's like, what do you do all day? It's like, I don't have an answer for that question. It's very easy to say, like, you can call people and you can do this. There's so much stuff in the car business you can do to drum up business. However, you can't do that if you don't have the cars to sell. And that's where we're at right now. I mean, look at this. This is our entire new car inventory. We have two Silverados. We have a double cab and a crew cab. These are both equipped with the 2.7 liter turbo. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Equinoxes with a 6th Equinox in the showroom. 6 Equinoxes, 2 Silverados. That's it. So when a customer comes in and says, I want to look at a Tahoe, a Suburban, a Bolt, a Malibu, a Camaro, a Spark, a Trax, a Trailblazer, any of those, we just don't have it. So you kind of go into just a mode of being the bearer of bad news and having a discussion with that client about the economy and about the market and about the car business, about everything that's going on right now. And, what we anticipate will be the end, which we just really don't know. But enough of all that. On a positive note, we are delivering this today. It's a 2015 Chevrolet Suburban. This is an LT model that I sold, and you're gonna love it. I sold this before it even showed up. It was an inbound trade. When I sold it, the truck was actually still in Florida. It had to be driven up. Once it got driven up, we put it through the shop, did some minor maintenance and work to it. And now my gentleman is gonna come today to take delivery. So I did just gas this up. Just gonna bring it to detail, have them clean it up, and we'll have this will be my 4th car delivered for the month of August. And just to give you an idea, today's August 18th. I do have to run inside and make a phone call as well, because I had a factory order custom Trail Boss that showed up yesterday. I haven't seen it yet. It should be right around the bend here. I want to let my customer know that that came in. And actually, I want to let you guys know when it was actually ordered, because we ordered that truck. This is it right here. Actually, it's an LT. That's right, I had another order that was a custom. This is an LT with the 6.2 liter, which is what this gentleman wanted. So let me grab the key to that. I'll show you that real quick, and then we'll go inside and make that phone call and give him the good news. That is Trail Boss. Is a 2021 crew cab. It's a base LT Trail Boss. We added the 6.2, and the customer added the bed protection package, which gives you the spray and bed liner and the rear wheel house liners. 56,325 is MSRP. As you can see, cloth seats, buckets with the full console. Really nice truck. This guy was all about the performance. It's funny, I had him confused earlier in my mind of which truck this was, because I also have a Trail Boss Custom. But then I realized, once I saw that 6.2, I knew exactly whose truck this was. It may sound funny that, I forgot, or I confused the two trucks with the two clients, but if you think about it, this truck was ordered on April 12th of 2021. Today's August 18th. And it took that long for it to get here. So you know, some of these vehicles and customers, as you're ordering cars, it can slip your mind or get confused of options and stuff like that. You know, Sal, I always actually have a paranoia since I've been in the business. Anytime I do a factory order, I feel like when it shows up, there's something wrong with it. Like there's always something missing. Like I'll look at the truck and be like, it was supposed to have this, or it was supposed to have that. Hasn't really happened any time that was my fault. My customer's ears must have been ringing because he basically just called me up before I got to my desk to call him just to check on the status of the truck. He's gonna come down later on and take a look at it, and we'll see if we can work all that out. In the meantime, I just picked up a customer that wants to trade in this Impala for a used Impala that we have, that we just took in the other day. Someone's doing a quick eyeball of this vehicle. It's actually another, oh, got a little bit of damage. It's actually another salesperson's customer, but they're not here today, and the gentleman wanted to keep moving forward. So if I was to sell this, this would be a split deal where me and the other salesperson would just right down the middle split the deal, the unit, the commission, everything. There's also a little damage on the mirror. The only thing I don't know is the miles, but I don't have the key, so I gotta wait till he comes back from his test drive. I gotta say, I thought that was gonna be a little bit louder with the 6.2 and a little bit more impressive for you folks. It turned out it was relatively quiet on startup. I'm pulling this up now because he's gonna be here within about an hour. This way it'll be right up front for him when he gets here. Now, what we have to do with this gentleman, because he ordered this back in April, right? So now we're into the middle of August. His plan was to buy his Dodge Ram off lease and then trade it into us to capture the equity that's in the vehicle. There was equity back in April. Now the question is US Bank still gonna have a buyout that makes sense for us to buy it, trade it, and still keep him in an equitable position, you know, based on the value and all that sort of stuff. So that's one thing we're gonna have to figure out when he gets here. I'm hoping everything is pretty much the same as it was. This way it's nice and easy, and he's happy, we're happy, and you know, we'll just deliver the truck. And like I said, all will be happy. If not, you know, he just returns the Dodge to Ram and then buys his new truck here from us. And would not, look at how I'm parking here. Let me pay attention to what I'm doing. There we go. There we go. Anyway, what was I talking about? All right, no deal on the Impala, which I kind of figured. When he first came in, he was talking about how when he was with the salesman the other day, he was trying to get him to drop the price by $2,000. Listen, in this market right now, that's just not really a thing. Like it's got to be tough for people who need to buy a car because the values are higher and dealerships aren't moving as much on the price because of the lack of inventory, which we all know. So they were not willing to take $2,000 off the price of the car. Now you still got to be competitive in the market, which we are being, and we don't charge all the extra fees and the nonsense that a lot of dealers do. But at the same time, you know, you got to hold your number. And the frustration that we have as a salesperson, just so you know, if you're out there looking to buy a car and the salesperson isn't moving on the number, you know, it's obviously because that's the store's mindset at the moment, right? If the guy wanted to save $2,000, which we weren't going to do, let's say he would be good with a $500 discount. I'd be more than happy to sell him this vehicle, take the $500 off, get a unit, make a commission, you know, and sell a car. The problem is, from a dealership standpoint, if we don't discount the vehicle, it doesn't really matter because somebody's gonna probably come in later today, the next day, whenever, and buy it. And that's really the thing you have to remember when you're out there trying to buy a car right now and trying to negotiate. It's that there are many people behind you that are willing to pay and willing to buy it. So it's like, it's just not the right time if you're looking to really get that great deal and get that negotiated deal, that negotiated price down. Just hold off. Just buy a car once the inventories pick back up. And for anyone who was curious, his trade had like 167,000 miles on it. So, you know, it's an 09 with 167. It's like a $500 trade. I want to show you this real quick. This was a Chevrolet Traverse. It's a 1LT, but they wanted leather interior. So again, like I've showed you in the past on like our Silverados, this is a leather interior install aftermarket. You'll look, the stitching is literally the same exact color as the center console and the dashboard. You can see a little bit here. It matches perfectly. They do a real nice job. If you go in the back, seats function exactly the same. So like everything's still gonna fold the same way. You still have your armrest, all that sort of stuff. They do a really nice job. You have your map pockets on the back of the two seats. You know, just a really nice job. And again, it saves a little bit of money. Even this being a 1LT, if you go from a 1LT to a 3LT, the only difference is leather interior, and it's about $2,000 more. Here for like 1,500 bucks, you get leather interior installed in the truck. Smells actually, I think, better than stock, better than the factory leather. And it's a really nice job. And this even has perforations, which you would not have in the factory leather. The factory leather, you only get perforations if you're in a Premier or a high country because of the ventilated seats. So it's actually like a nicer leather interior than what you would see in a stock 3LT Traverse. I'm bringing this in the back real quick just to vacuum out the front driver's floor section. It's got some stuff, you know, pine needles or grass or something on the floor. I'm pretty sure I remember that being there when they dropped it off to get the leather installed, but it takes 2 seconds. We'll vacuum it out and make it look perfect. You guys remember a couple weeks ago I delivered that Colorado? The gentleman traded in the old S10. 6 days into ownership, and somebody, probably on their cell phone, not paying attention, rear-ended him and caused quite a bit of damage. You know, most of which you can see right from the outside. More importantly, the damage that's done to the frame underneath the vehicle, which is turning into a big nightmare. I feel so bad for the guy. You know, you order the truck in December, you wait until July for it to come in because of the whole chip shortage and all that sort of stuff. It comes in and 6 days later, you know, it's damaged.